to that beyond critical race theory, yo.
Yeah, man, we got another one for you today. It's on this day in history. Grabbing this from the website, a history of racial injustice, and this goes back to the story we even just got to talking about. Um, a lot of us we understand now that we're in the truth about the whole segregation and the coming together. We get that now, but there was once in our lives where we didn't. We wanted to be included. We wanted to be able to
Facts.
go to college, and there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with that. But we just have to put everything in perspective. And talking about his story, John Morant, the opportunities he's had. You got a degree, and now you're fumbling the bag. And now we're about to learn about some Israelite children that didn't get that chance. So on this day, May actually a couple of days ago, May 15th, 1970, Mississippi police opened fire on a crowd of Jackson State College students, killing two. Mm. So it says 11 days after National Guard troops fired into a crowd of unarmed anti-war protesters at Kent State University in Ohio. And if you don't know, a lot of everybody, Kent State is the famous university where Muhammad Ali went and made the speech. If you go back and look at the movie Ali, he went and made the
Okay.
speech about being drafted in the war
Right,
and
right,
being a draft dodger, and a lot of the Kent State Caucasian people was asking him questions and he was firing back. Kent State
right.
University was that. If you go look that up, uh, in the 50s and 60s, early 70s, it was a lot. Kent State University was one of the major universities where they had a lot of debates and going on. So once again, unarmed anti-war protesters at Kent State University in Ohio, local state, local and state police in Mississippi opened fire on a group of students at Jackson State College in Jackson, Mississippi. In a 30-second barrage of gunfire, police fired 150 rounds into a crowd, killing two Israelite students and injuring dozens more. On the evening of May 14th, students were gathered on Lynch Street, a road connecting the predominantly black college campus to the more affluent white neighborhood in Jackson. Police reports allege that the students had been throwing rocks and bottles at passing white motorists. Students and white motorists had a tense relationship because the white motorists would yell racial slurs and taunt the students as they passed. Later that evening, a person not believed to be a student set fire to a dump truck. Firemen arriving to respond to the blaze called police, claiming to need protection from the gathering students. When one glass bottle was allegedly thrown into the crowd of police shortly after midnight, officers responded indiscriminately, opening fire on the crowd of students and riddling a woman's dorm with bullets. Philip Gibbs, 21, and James Green, 17, were killed unalive. Officers, we're going to get into another story we the running theme is just crazy with this, y'all.
Facts.
Officers later claimed a sniper in the woman's dorm had shot at them first.
Come on, man.
The president's commission on the campus unrest later called the shootings, they called it unreasonable and an unjustified overreaction. But ultimately, no one was charged. How about that?
Wow.
They said it was overreaction. They said it was unreasonable, but no one was charged. A local grand jury blamed the students, arguing that people who engage in civil disobedience must accept the risk of injury or death by law enforcement.
You hear this?
You hear this? Now check this out. In 1974, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the officers had overreacted, but guess what? They did not held liable for the two deaths that resulted. In 1982, the Supreme Court refused
Refused to hear
to
the
hear the
case.
case.